me. I guess this is part two of my confession. If I'm gonna tell everything, I gotta tell it all. Give me a cry, whether it's phone call. I don't know. I don't know what to do. What to do. What to do. What to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday to you. Oh, happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in. And come on in. Alright, Twitch is not up yet because I didn't post it up. I gotta make sure that I put alright, so we gonna have Twitch will be up in a hot second. Everybody come on in, and come on in. And I'll make sure they go up. For some reason, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And I'm gonna just be honest about that. We're gonna get this show on the road, but it's officially Friday. Alright. It is an amazing day. It just started for lots of you. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. And come on in. Come on in. Come on into the building. I don't know what to do, but alright, so I'm trying to wait for Twitch to pop up, but it ain't popped up yet, so we just gonna see what we can do. Go ahead and get oh, let me put that there. Welcome, 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 welcome everyone. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is gonna be a message for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, my messages are timeless. So when you see them is when you're meant to hear them. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, please don't forget to hit the post notification bell so you can get alerts when my videos are posted. Pisces, if you're new to my platform, welcome. Please hit that subscription button. It would totally mean the world to me. All right, so I'm not gonna mess with it. It says Pisces, God sent knowledge and learning to the people. We're just gonna be on YouTube today, I'm guessing, because I'm not fucking with all that. Let me cover up my business. O cosmic creator, source of all life and light, you are my shepherd, guiding me through every valley, every shadow. I lack nothing, for you lead me beside the still waters and restore my soul. In your presence I find peace and strength, for you with me always. Your rod and staff comfort me, and your love prepares a path before me, even in the face of adversity. Grant me the serenity to embrace what I cannot change, the courage to change what is within my power, and the wisdom to discern the difference as I walk each day in faith. In the presence of your infinite grace, I am unafraid, for your wisdom flows through me as it does all creation. With deep gratitude, I give thanks for the miracles already set in motion in my life. Shift what must be shifted, move what needs to be moved, and illuminate my path with your divine light. Illuminate my heart, my actions, and my soul with your will. For I know you have already provided the strength, guidance, and blessings I need. I release all fear, and I surrender fully to your higher wisdom. May your goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life as I dwell in your sacred presence now and forever. Amen. For some reason, as I was saying it, I felt like I was going real fast. And have you ever heard a person talk and it seemed like you just couldn't pick up on what they were saying? For some reason, that's the way I felt. Like it was just giving jibber jabber. You know what I'm saying? So don't ask me why. Either way, Pisces God sent knowledge and learning to the people. I woke up this morning and, checking with myself, I felt very good, right? My body felt good. I don't know, and it's Friday, so y'all know I love Fridays, right? Hey, Antonio. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. So everything felt good. That was my check-in, my morning check-in. So then I happened to start doing some, information. Like, actually, I was listening to something. I told y'all I went to bed listening to them nag text last night. And the night before. I did it again last night. So when I woke up this morning, I didn't feel heavy, but I felt, I don't know, these things make me want to cry. Like, that's the feeling that I got in my system. It makes me want to cry because, y'all, the amount of information that is there that that has been taken and hidden and definitely destroyed. It's so much stuff that it makes me cry that a select few of people got together and they thought that, hey Katrina, love you, thank you for being here. And they thought that they should be able to control what was given, right? And then they thought to distort and lie because they had to tell the people something. You know what I'm saying? And as I tell y'all before, there's a lot of truth in a lie. So one of the things that kind of, touched my spirit and made me feel like, here we go again. God sent knowledge and learning to the people. What if the fallen angels wasn't fallen angels? What if the story was corrupted yet again? Because how could God have sent knowledge and learning to the people, but then the ones that came to do it, they criminalized them, and then they said that they did all the most corrupt things. Now it gets very much confusing. But anyway, so these texts are old texts, right? Good morning, beautiful. Love you. Thank you for being here. So glad to be up in this thing. I've been missing out. Katrina, it's been a lot because literally these texts are really like changing a lot of things that, it's almost the same, but it's really like making me feel like we can't trust nothing around here. Like, I already felt that, but it's even more getting deeply embedded as to they're pissing me off. And the reason being, the text of Mary, right? And so y'all can go look these up for yourself. But the text of Mary talks about your soul having a whole journey. And mind you, then it's like they suppressed your soul and killed it. And it was intentional. Mind you, as she was talking to the people, letting the people know, they got mad because she got told some information that they didn't get told, and they felt like women were less than them, basically, is what it goes into. So that started to piss me off, because you mean to tell me that this whole entire time I've been telling y'all, we really didn't have there was no handbook to earth. There was really a handbook. Some people just decided that you shouldn't see it. And then they gave you some bullshit. Wow. Okay, so then I was listening to, I don't know which text it was before that, because I just been listening to a lot of stuff, and as far as that's concerned. So then it talks about how God gave a demon dominion over the earth, and not really dominion over the earth, but he deals with judgment. But in the way they say it, it says, God, on judgment day. But there's a difference because it's a mortal and immortality. So then it was talking about the apocalypse and some other stuff. So y'all just listen to it if you want, if it, resonates with your spirit. But honestly, it's making me want to cry because the corruption is so deep, it is sad. So during the end of times, it was talking about how we would be disconnected from the earth, disconnected from reading the stars. They demonized it. But these ancient texts talk about exactly that. We would not be able to read the stars. We will not sail the seas. Y'all, this shit is worse than we even thought. Like when it talks about people being wicked, people are very much wicked. But the beautiful thing about this all, because people may be wicked in everything else, we always come to the light. We will always come to the light, no matter what they try to hide, no matter how they try to hide it, we will always come to the light. We will always figure it out. It's the nature of us. So it talks about also like God, how we were created in the image of God, and us being gods, and us better than the gods. Not God, the God, the gods. Like the demigods and things of that nature. How certain ones of them was kind of pissed off because of the fact that, but it goes into a lot of truth and a lie, because they talked about it there too, but not the way that they gave it to us. It was strange. But anyway, neither here nor there. The purpose of this meeting is God sent knowledge and learning to the people. We just had to weed it out and figure it out. So Pisces is deeply connected to the divine wisdom, spiritual insight, and the transmission of knowledge from higher realms to humanity. In many traditions, the archetype of Pisces represents the flow of divine consciousness into the earthly realm, often through dreams, visions, and mysticism. Throughout history, various deities and enlightened beings have been linked to this process and transmitting sacred knowledge. In Christian symbolism, Jesus, often associated with Piscean age, is depicted as a divine teacher who was spiritual. Jesus came to create chaos, to shake things up. The way it's written in past texts and the way that it's written in these texts, the Bible, biblically, is not the same. Which would also explain why certain other religious sectors believe that Jesus was a prophet. It makes sense now. But it's just, people will believe what they want to believe. And you're going to have to come to your own conclusion because, as you know, the information has been totally corrupted. And it's so messed up because, like, what did we do to deserve that? And then, in the text, it also talks about how the earth has been destroyed by flood, fire, this, that, the third, yada, 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 and yada. Did y'all know anything about a fire? Maybe that might be Pompeii. Because literally, I remember, being taught in school how a whole civilization died from volcanic ash. But literally, in these old texts, they already said that the earth was destroyed by fire. And why is it that we keep getting ourselves messed up? So in my mind, after I was listening to all this stuff, then it made me think they have been trying to corrupt the age of Aquarius for a long time, because that was the end of us really even feeding into their bullshit. I told y'all the other day, it says the age of a Pisces, which was supposed to be the end, but also it ended up keeping us held because they started to create illusions and they try to use us to do it. I don't like that. Because that's almost like, y'all, we getting a rap for something that we didn't even do. But we know it was done because throughout history, we've seen people adjust the clocks, adjust the time. I told y'all, people went to bed one day and it was October the 4th. They woke up and it was October the 15th or 14th. It was 10 days later. Like, how the fuck do you go to sleep on one day and you wake up, it's 10 days later? You ain't been asleep for 10 days. But what the fuck if they was? Because at this point, I don't know. Like, what if they gave them people something and they did literally sleep for 10 days? Because at this point, we can't trust nothing that they did. It's all corrupted. So, I'm going to say that they should not have done that. But what if they got put underneath of a spell? Because at this point, ain't nothing, far-fetched. Either way, the Christian symbol Jesus, often associated with the Piscean age, is depicted as a divine teacher, guiding people with wisdom, compassion, and spiritual truth. In other traditions, gods like Neptune, Poseidon, Enki, and Vishnu are linked to water and wisdom, carrying knowledge to humanity throughout sacred texts, teachers, and direction revealed or revelation. But mind you, because that's what Jesus was, a teacher. He told these people in one of the conversations that he said, the person said teacher something. He said, I am not your teacher because you are drunk. And if I was your teacher, you wouldn't be that. So he took him off and he had a conversation with him. When the man came back, the people said, what did he say? He said, if I tell you, you're going to die. Piscean connection to water symbols, the deep hidden truths that can be assessed throughout intuition and spiritual learning. It is a sign that teachers or teaches through force, but not through force, but through surrender. Because also in the process of that is, it keeps explaining to us how to keep yourself out of trouble. And the way that it keeps explaining it makes a lot of sense. You know how they say Jesus spoke through parables? It's still kind of almost that, but you can kind of really grasp it real quick. And eventually I'm going to write some of this stuff down, but in the mornings when I just be listening to it, it just be like, damn. They knew that you wouldn't fall in line for this bullshit if you had have heard or if you have ever seen or you knew about those texts. So the fact that the texts were hidden and they found them later on, but y'all be mindful. Remember, they was burning books and everything else, trying to get rid of and destroy history. It keeps being a thing. Anything that empowers you, they want to get rid of it. They want to suppress it. Y'all, it is a sign that teaches not through force, but through surrender, reflection, and inner knowledge. The knowledge sent by divine through Pisces is not just intellectual, it is experiential. Experiential. Like you gotta experience it. I don't know if that's a word, but you gotta experience it. Revealing and mysterious. So the mysteries of the soul, the cosmos, and the interconnectedness of life. So in the text, it was talking about how people are mortal and immortal, how they are mortal and immortal at the same time, because you were designed in the image of God, which means you would be something similar. But also, remember, I told you about the soul's journey. There was a whole conversation in there where the soul was talking to the lady, and she said, it was in Mary's text. I wish I could play Mary's text, because Mary's text is a little creepy, but it's also very, very revealing. How did I not see you leave? She didn't see the soul leave, but the soul saw her. Basically, like, even right now, you know how, like, you be having, well, me, I'm gonna just say me, I be having conversations with myself, right, all day. I told y'all I have to erase my dash cam, because you know, I'll be having conversations. I know if anything ever happens and they find my dash cam, they're gonna be like, who the fuck is she talking to? Or what is she talking about? But anyway, because I'll be trying to process shit in my brain, right? Because I told y'all one other time a message. The brain will save the human, basically, is what it says, meaning it will try to start to rationalize things that don't make sense or that are otherworldly or something like that. Mind you, it'll be true, but it'll try to get you to not think it's true because of the way we've been conditioned, right? And I don't want my brain doing that, because literally I need to know that what I see is real. It's not fake. And so then it'll make some clarity on, you know, or give me some clarity on the thing. Anyway, the soul was talking about how it got put to sleep, basically, or how it got suppressed. Now, can you imagine your soul having a conversation with you? And there's probably so much more, but that was one of the things that I heard. And, you know, it could not even say that to you, but that's what I heard. Because it's like, you know, you ever read the Bible before, and then you come out with your interpretation of it. And I didn't listen to it twice. Mind you, I'm going to listen to it again, because every time I listen to it, it gives me something else. But it was literally telling me how our souls got suppressed, how we became conditioned, how we got lied to. Mind you, God sent knowledge and learning to the people. But some random ass human people, or demons or devils or whatever you want to call them, minions, thought that they should be in control of what God sent. Mind you, it talks about even the corruption of a thing. So the fact that they have corrupted, they're in trouble. But a lot of them don't care, because they feel like we deal with that later. Although I'm probably sure that that's going to be the wrong mistake. But, you know, if I can be on Earth creating havoc for 110 years, then, you know, why not? But, you know, some of us are, when you know better, you do better. And we just choose not to do, you know, fuck shit to people, because we get, you know, whooped right here and now on Earth. We don't get the, you know, last through a lifetime doing shit to people and manipulating and lying and, you know, hindering and all. We don't get to do that. We get dealt with right here and now, because we are held to a higher calling, right? So how are people mortal and immortal? People are both mortal and immortal because they exist in multiple dimensions of being: physical, energetic, and spiritual. Mortal nature, the physical form. Our bodies are bound by time, subject to aging, decay, and death. The material form, composed of elements, follows the natural cycle of birth, growth, and dissolution. The mortality ensures transformation and renewal, allowing the soul to experience different incarnations and lessons. So some of y'all may not believe in reincarnation. I do. The reason why I do is I did before, but 2021, 2022, when my last glitch hit, it hit harder than any other one that I've ever had in my lifetime. And I was given a name, I was given a place, I was given a lot of information. as to who I was before, how I existed, and even made aware of some people that are here right now in this timeline that existed during the same timeline as I was on before, and how the fuck did we all get here at the same damn time? Mind you, I see them, they see me, and we all looking at each other like, now what? Or that's how I'm looking at them like, what the fuck did I need to know you for? It sounds strange. Believe me or not, you don't have to. But at the end of the day gonna end, and I'm gonna keep saying it because I know that it happened. And the person, the name that I got given is just not a, everybody knows the name. Like, how the fuck did that happen? Either way, it's a thing. Believe it or not believe it. So different incarnations and lessons. Okay, so immortal nature, the external essence. Beyond the physical body, consciousness, soul, or spirit transcends time. Many traditions teach that the soul is infinite because it's energy. Your light being. Mind you, I just told you that the soul was having a conversation with the person. Letting the person know, you ain't been doing the shit you're supposed to be doing. This could be the reason why a lot of people that talk to themselves, you might be thinking, people will say, oh, you're crazy, this and the third. Nope, far from that, because literally, even in the text, it talks about how the soul being different from your subconscious mind and the brain controlling both of them at the same time. Well, take it how it resonates, because in my mind, I keep having a feeling of I want to cry. And the reason being is because it's like when you start to realize something, like you have been doing this your whole entire life and you never knew why, but it could have been so easy for it to just have been taught the right way. Man, that's fucked up. Why would they do that to us? I believe that we live in different timelines, realms, dimensions, and universes. I don't think energy falls under the concept of time. Therefore, it has no beginning or ending. Immortality. Katrina, I tend to agree with that. I can say definitely I agree with the immortality of a soul and your light being in your energy. So, beyond the physical body, consciousness, soul, or spirit transcends time. Beyond the physical body, consciousness, soul, or spirit transcends time. She said the same exact thing. Mind you, it's just written right here. Beyond the physical body, consciousness, soul, or spirit transcends time. I told you my chat be popping because y'all be really like, y'all can say the shit before I even say the shit. Meanwhile, it's right here. That's how connected we be. Picked it right out the brain. Because this is where we be going with some shit. So, many traditions teach that the soul is infinite, existing before birth and continuing after death. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. So, the essence of a person persists in different states of being. Some view immortality through reincarnation. The soul is reborn in different timelines, learning and evolving. Legacy and memory. One's actions, teachings, and impact live on through others. You know how, like, when a person, passes away and people remember them, it's like the ancestry, like, when people do their altars, your ancestor altar, things of that nature, because some of these people incarnate back into this life, into the newborn babies, into the family, and they'll say, like, and there's been instances where the child can tell you that I am the grandmother. I am the grandfather. This is why the older people in the family know to communicate with the babies in a proper way, not no Google Gaga damn it bitch, because no. These are real people that are living beings. So you talk to them like living people who are real beings. But they ask these kids questions that some of these questions, these kids will tell you when they existed in different, timelines. But people will say, oh, they just have imaginary friends and it's this and the third. Well, how the fuck do they know that? Believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to, tell nobody nothing. Um, take it how it resonates for you. Legacy and memory. One's actions, teachings, and impact live on through others. Spiritual enlightenment. In higher states of awareness, one realizes their oneness with the universe, beyond birth and death. Oneness, wholeness, understanding. Because God sent knowledge and learning to the people. Some people that existed during your timeline didn't want you to know anything about yourself. They didn't want you to know anything about where you came from. They didn't want you to know anything about history itself, the real history itself. They burned the books. They burned the knowledge. They tried to destroy everything. But just like it was bad souls, throughout history, things that you got taught about, those souls get reincarnated as well. So where there's good, there's also bad. It keeps being a thing that, for some reason right now, I'm being made to, when one thing exists, so does the other. That's what I keep being made very much aware of. Good morning, strength, peace, and love, Earth School, period. Welcome to Earth School. So, every day for the past couple days, it keeps being a thing. When one exists, so does the other. So, angels and demons, good and bad. When one exists and one is being made, very prevalent or relevant to you, so does the opposite of that thing. And so, subconsciously, it is now trying to rewire me to make sure that, positive thinking, stay on a positive timeline. But also, we have to be mindful that when one exists, so does the other. So if anything happens throughout the day, it's like when I said, do your check-in. This morning, I woke up and my body felt really, really good. Last night, I noticed I came in and I was cooking with my son, and I ended up laying right there on a chair, and I fell asleep, I think. But anyway, my spirit said, get up, because I told y'all I sleep much better in my bed. But for some reason, I don't know why, I just had been, laying right there. Anyway, so I got up and I went to my room. But I remember the way I felt even going up there. Excuse me. My body felt a little sore initially because I had been outside doing yard work, and so again, I told y'all I've been getting a lot more exercise than normal because I'm doing this, doing that, and I'm also now putting them things back in that bed and whatever. So I was cutting trees and doing some other, not this, like the little bushes or shrubs that's right there. And so I was trimming them, making them look all nice and whatnot. Anyway, my body felt a little sore. So what I did was I ended up taking me a bottle of water and drinking the water on the way, right? So then I slept all through the night. So when I woke up, I'm like, okay, the soreness feels like it's gone. So that was one of the reasons why I noticed that. But anyway, in higher states of awareness, one realizes their oneness with the universe, beyond birth and death. How I keep telling y'all, there is no small job. There is no small person, right? Yesterday, I also got a message that said, so maybe this might be important, but because at first I didn't even know what that meant. And, I was born in the United States, so I didn't understand why this was even a thing. So what they're saying is, where is it at? This may be important, excuse me, to someone. So beginning on April the 1st, an image of the real ID compliant driver's license will be required. So they're adding these into apps and things of that nature. But I heard when that happened, I heard police state. Like, I don't know what that would mean. But anyway, right now we are changing the dynamics of the world. So apparently April 1st, Florida has an election happening. If you live in Florida and you listen to my channel and you are a citizen, a real citizen, be where you need to be at the appointed time. Because spiritually we are in a bubble, right? Which is being very divinely protected, but also being very much made aware. And the song that I keep hearing is, we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day, so let's start giving, right? There's a choice we're making, we're saving, you got to save our own lives, right? We have been being deceived for God knows how long, right? This message is definitely all over the place, because even as I started to prepare the message, it started to make me think of, do y'all remember when they talked about the hippie era? It is love and this, that, and the third, and they try to turn it into like, it was like an orgy, or they try to turn it into something weird and strange, and it could have been all those things. I do not know, but they was calling the people tree huggers and things of that nature. So for some reason, my mind traveled back to that, and it was given how the timeline has been off. So was that in the 80s? So that might have been in the 80s. So now we are 20 years off of the timeline, or even further off of the timeline, but we already know 10 years was already taken and corrupted, or 10 days. You see what I'm saying? They said 10 days. It could have easily been 10 years or more. But using us, Pisces, the age of Pisces, to kind of corrupt and create illusions. Pisces is deep, Pisces is dark, Pisces is illusions. It's weird how God gave Pisces knowledge and understanding. That era or that age may have lasted the way that, as long as it did, or the way that it did, because God gave Pisces understanding. I have never met so many people in my life that have the same birthday as I do. 219. 219 kept coming up. 219 keeps being a thing. Like, it literally keeps coming up. God knew that Pisces would understand. God knew that Pisces would feel the shift. How many of y'all felt the shift? And it's also a thing where y'all don't realize, but y'all get blamed for a lot of things. Like, people will say Pisces lacks accountability. The funny part about accountability is, I'm going to be accountable for my shit. I ain't going to be accountable for your shit. And just because you think I should be accountable for some shit, that don't mean I should be accountable for some shit. People have a very smooth, and I want to say smooth criminal ass way, because for some reason Michael Jackson popped up. Some people have a very smooth ass way on trying to get you to accept responsibility for something that they should be responsible for. Like, you know, the current administration, and I don't really want to use them, but they are notorious for the very thing. They will do a thing to now disrupt the system, and then they'll try to blame it on somebody that it happened before. No, nigga, you did it. You just did this, It is, what is it? Action and reaction, a chain reaction, a ripple effect, right? So in my mind, what is that man name? Is his name Bush? Was he president in the 80s? For some reason, he came up, which made me wonder. And then it was a wrinkle in time. All right, so let me see what the fuck this is. All right, so I'm gonna push go on this, but literally I want to go back to where we was because um we gonna get it out the way, okay? And mind you, even that, y'all, and I don't know if any of y'all do the same exact thing, right? But so when I write, I have noticed that I got like 3 different types of handwriting. And it throws me off because it makes me want to know who wrote that. Like sometimes I've actually went back and I looked at some of my notes and I'm like, who the fuck wrote that? But mind you, I just did it right here in my own face. Like the way I wrote the first thing is not the way I wrote the second thing. But that also happens. But anyway, we gonna get it out the way. For some reason was important. Um So take it how it resonates for you. Spiritual enlightenment and higher states of awareness. One realizes their oneness with the universe beyond birth and death. Pisces, as the last sign of the zodiac, is deeply connected to duality, showing the passage between life and death, form and formless, illusions and truth. The lesson of Pisces is often to surrender, recognizing that while the body perishes, consciousness flows eternally like water, returning to the ocean. All right. So the actual message here is that human existence is a paradox, both temporary and external. The body is a fleeting vessel, but consciousness is a part of something infinite. So that should lead a lot of y'all to wonder, who were you before and why is it important right now? Because being present is also a thing, but presently, the past is riding shotgun with the present, the future in the back seat. So everybody all in the same car at this point in time. How and why? This duality serves a purpose. Mortality teaches the value of time, experience, and transformation, while immortality reminds us that we are never truly lost, only changing forms. What form did you change into this time? What lesson are you learning? What present day do you need to know that will help this situation? Pisces as a symbol carries this wisdom. It is the sign of surrender, unity, and transcendence. The message here is to embrace both aspects. Live fully in the present while recognizing that your essence is beyond time. True knowledge comes within, or true knowledge comes when you understand that death is not the end, but a transition. And life is not just about survival, but awakening. Because again, how did y'all get here? How did you get here? Why are you here at this moment in time? What is important about this day, this time, this location, wherever the hell you are, that is a part of your purpose, a part of your destiny, a part of your fate. So every day, the lesson for Earth School is seeing the world as it is, the reality of your time, your existence, right? Because the way you see the world is not the way somebody else sees the world. And what your journey, your pathway signifies or is signaling here is not the same as what somebody else is signaling. Okay. So let's see. Today is Friday, March 28th, 2025. The celestial energies invite Pisces to embrace their profound emotional depth and intuitive wisdom. The moon's alignment with Venus and Neptune in your sign enhances compassion, creativity, and spiritual insight. This configuration fosters deep connections and artistic expression, but may also blur boundaries between reality and illusions. Additionally, Venus retrograde's conjunction with Neptune's and Pisces prompts introspection and personal values and relationships. This period encourages confronting past illusions and embracing authentic self-expression. The spiritual message for Pisces today emphasizes the strength found in vulnerability and compassion. Your ability to feel deeply is a source of power, enabling you to navigate life's complexities with grace. Embrace your nurturing and creative qualities, recognizing them as assets that guide you towards personal growth and enlightenment. In summary, today's cosmic influences encourages Pisces to trust their intuition, engage in creative pursuits, and maintain discernment in emotional matters. By balancing empathy with clarity, you can navigate the day's energy effectively, fostering personal growth and deeper connections. So why did we need that? Because something is happening today, and it's very much important for you to be aware. Today started off very magical, whether or not you saw it or not. So something is going to shift, or something has been shifted already today. So the reason why I know that is, as I was asleep last night, for some reason, my phone kept doing something strange. Normally, when I fall asleep with something playing, it just plays. Last night, I woke up around 3 something. I didn't even make note of the time because I really didn't want to care. But, and I should have, but I didn't. I woke up because my phone had started glitching. Like it was readjusting. Yesterday, I was very much pissed off because when I woke up, when I got outside, my son called me, and the other day I was talking to him. I'll be talking to my oldest son for hours on end, right? And the other day I was talking to him. He got in the car. He hit his head on the car door. So when he hit his head on the car door, he had his headphones on. He cracked his headphones. This is the same son that bought me my Beats. So he cracked his Beats. So yesterday we was trying to order him a brand new pair of Beats, right? Because he is about to go do something. So we on the phone trying to order a brand new pair of Beats, right, for him. So what ended up happening is I went to go give him my login for Best Buy, and Best Buy didn't exist on my phone. Instantly, it made me feel something. And ever since I glitched, right, consistency is important to me. Like, somebody might say, that's the issue or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. But the thing about me is things have to be in order, or I don't like it. It's like, if anybody's around me, don't touch my stuff, because I know where I put it at. And if you touch it, it throws it off. So I don't like that. So instantly it kind of did a thing to me. Like, if I hadn't realized that I know I just bought my other set of Beats, it would have fucked with me. Like, I know that was on there, because in my passwords, it was missing. And so I'm telling my son, I said, something happened to my phone. My phone is not set to program by itself, just so we are all very clear. You know how some people say let it update itself in the middle? I don't do that because I need to know when something shifts. It's something about me. I like consistency. Like I like to know when things, especially things that I can control. You know what I'm saying? So it fucked with me. And I'm saying I just ordered new headphones. How the fuck is my phone different? Now that made me go look at some other stuff, and I'm saying something happened to my phone. Anyway, long story short, I had to go through all these processes to figure out where I had re-download my Best Buy app. Now go through the steps on trying to figure out what the password was, what the email was that I even used to get into that. And it didn't take that long, but it was still a waste of my fucking time. Like, why am I doing that when I know I already did that? Anyway, long story short, got into it, gave that to him, but I realized inside of me that fucked with me because some things are meant like that is minor, but it would make somebody go crazy. Like, I know I just did that. And if I had not bought them my headphones already, it would have literally been one of those things that would have said, like, did I do it? Did I download that? Did I, like it would have left me questioning. But I knew for a fact I did it. My headphones is right there. Mind y'all, when did I show y'all them headphones? That shit's still in the bag. I still have not pulled them out the bag yet. I told my son, I don't even know why I'm like that. Like, I just be waiting for, I don't know why. It has to be, everything has to be right. So then when I get them out, I'm weird. It's just a thing. But my kids know this, so they know not to touch my shit. Anyway, last night, the phone was reprogramming. And then it kept cutting off. Like as if the internet was doing something or something in the air energetically was fucking with the phone. Why is that happening? And of course it would happen during times when you wouldn't be aware of it, because why would they do it in your face? Which also then, I might say some weird ass shit, but this is what it makes me think. When I'm on this timeline, something is happening on another timeline that is either trying to alter what I'm doing right here, right now, or trying to fix something that I'm doing right here and right now. But to me, I feel like whoever's doing it, I don't like them. Whether or not it's me on this timeline or me on another timeline, like, bitch, stop doing whatever you're doing, because I'm very much aware. And if I figure out what you're doing, even though you could be me on whatever timeline, bitch, stop doing what you're doing. And why do I feel like it's a thing? Like that person would be adversely trying to affect me. I don't like it. Or maybe they might be trying to help because maybe they, may have already been farther advanced, and, I could just be being hard-headed right now. But either way, the bitch pissing me the fuck off. Because why are you doing that? It could be something for later on. Like, I shouldn't have been doing such and such a thing. I don't know. But either way, it's irritating. Okay? So take it how it resonates for you. These are the type of things that, I be dealing with, because some of the shit that be happening, disgusting. Some of the shit that be happening be like real fucking freak accidents. Things of that nature that should not be happening. Like how my car got hit. Mind you, I literally said I was going in the house. But then I did the last thing. So certain things don't add up. And then I told y'all I done seen a car, like literally even before, it looked like me in front of me. It didn't make sense. And then you know how it's, when you get something, like you cannot have a car and then all of a sudden you get a car and then all of a sudden you start to see a million of them, right? And although that has not been happening with me, but all of a sudden the same car now exists around where I'm at, which is not, unusual, but I don't see a lot of them. It's just one, but then it goes into the thing. Why is it in the same place where I am? Like doing the same exact thing. It could be literally in front of me. It's weird. But who knows what the fuck is happening right now, in the adjustments and in the collapse of time or whatever the fuck running simultaneously, or however it's happening. I don't know. Either way, Pisces, God sent knowledge and learning to the people. So, the divine wisdom, the divine wisdom flowing through Pisces is like water, limitless, ever present, and capable of shaping the world without force. Pisces is the vessel through which sacred knowledge reaches humanity, not in rigid doctrine, but in fluid, intuitive understanding. The wisdom granted to this sign does not come through logic alone, but through dreams, emotions, and spiritual resonance. The secret message behind the secret message behind the message. The statement, God sent knowledge and learning to the people, carries a hidden truth. Real wisdom is not something acquired externally, but something remembered within. You are water. Your body's water. Your sign is water. You are water. Pisces represents the dissolution of the ego, the removal of illusions, and the return to divine consciousness. The knowledge sent by, and mind y'all, y'all know I hate that, ego thing, because it's like your self-esteem, but, I keep doing the thing with the arrogance, and one overinflated, the other being, just your self-esteem. Either way, take it how it resonates for you. That's just the way it always wants to come out, because people understand it that way. But, there are sayings all around the world that are totally wrong. But we continue to keep using them. Why? I don't know. But we should also be mindful the power of life and death is in the tongue, and this is how some spells are being rewired or rewritten or continue to be perpetuated, throughout the year's time, months, weeks, days, all of that, because the language, the wording. So take it how it resonates for you. The knowledge sent by the divine is not about intellectual accumulation, but about awakening, lifting the veil between the seen and unseen. Pisces, ruled by Neptune, governs the liminal spaces, where reality blends. Okay, let me just keep going, but that just made me think of something too. Where reality blends with dreams, where the past and future intertwine. This is what, I guess they don't want to let it go. Liminal spaces. Y'all know, like the back rooms and things of that nature, how for some reason certain places seem to exist here and now, but it's kind of weird because it's always like long hallways or areas where it should be a lot of people, but yet it's not a lot of people. And that may be happening to somebody, because literally it's like it wasn't going to let go until I said it. So there's that. So that pertains to the knowledge sent by the divine is not about intellectual accumulation, but awakening, lifting the veil between the seen and unseen, because some people would not see that as, that. But maybe that could also be a thing where doors are opening. And maybe you don't know how, but doors are opening. So Pisces, ruled by Neptune, governs the liminal spaces where reality blends with dreams, where the past and future intertwine. This is why many who embody Piscean energy receive knowledge through vision, synchronicities, and deep emotional intuition. Like I tell y'all, I read the universe. Things that happen throughout the day that most people don't pay attention to are important, because it's giving you what's happening. It's giving you the lessons, the answers, the answers to the keys, or the keys to the answer. But most people miss them because they're busy. They're just going throughout their day, not paying attention. But meanwhile, so something happened the other day, an energy got sent, and I was trying to figure out, like, what the fuck. And also, it was two energies that I kept feeling. Mind you, later on that day, guess where I got sent? Right to one of the people that I know, their street. The name said this street. And I said, makes sense. So it's funny how even like people miss even signs like that. The universe will send you to a place, and mind you, you may think of it at the split second, but I kind of correlated to, oh, that must be the other person that's sending the energy, because I knew it and it felt like it, but I wasn't just going to give the, energy or entity credit. Mind you, the universe said, let me take you to this nigga street. That's who did it. Oh, okay. So pay attention. And somebody may say, well, it means nothing. It may mean nothing to you. But guess what? I've been doing it for a long, long time. And the shit works for me. And what works for me may not work for you. But either way, it puts me in the know that it's them. People will pop up out of nowhere. Same name, same state, same job, same, yes, them. It all roads point to the duck. If it looked like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. The universe telling you multiple times, this is who's casting the spells. This is who is the nasty ass energy that's so mad they just won't let it go because they just can't let it go. Like, people just want to see your demise so bad. Like, what the fuck? Some of y'all would do a whole lot better just to go mind your own fucking business. Like, let a person fail on their own. But no, y'all want to just, do some bullshit. And then y'all be the reason why they succeed. Because literally you put your motherfucking hand in it. When all you had to do was let the person just go, do what they was doing. They was going to fail anyway because you already said. That's how I believe in it. When I leave your ass or when I ain't dealing with you no more, I don't give a fuck what you do or how you do it. I'm not even going to go look because I don't care. It's not my responsibility to keep tabs on nobody. I ain't doing it. But why so many people, like, they just can't let it go? They always got to go see. Is she still doing whatever? Yeah, I'm still over here fabulous. Thank you. Always going to be. And a lot of the reasons and a lot of times it's because y'all be hating and shit. God be like, let me go ahead and bless her because these people just will not let it go. Thank y'all. Please and thank you. I can get online and say some shit and make somebody mad. Oh, I'm going to go get me a new car today. All of a sudden, here go the hate, and guess what? I wasn't even going to go get a new car. I might have been going to go look for a new car, and I might need a new car. But, I could just be speaking into the reality. Somebody a hate on it, guess what? Here I am with a Bentley. Ain't even asked for none. See what I'm saying? I don't got no Bentley, so y'all can calm down. I'm not going to go look for no new car, so y'all can calm down. But that be the way it works. People be so mad and so hating, and they don't realize they be pushing them blessings forward. Mind you, I have done that, to some people because I know they be listening. And I'll be like, oh, I'm going to do this. And mind you, they help me push the dream on through because I know y'all going to be mad and hating. Meanwhile, they be saying, oh, no, I'm just, yeah, hating asshole. Here we go. Not all who receive knowledge understand it. Not all who hear the truth can recognize it. I just said that. The challenge for Pisces is to decipher divine wisdom amidst distortion, illusions, and manipulation. Just told y'all that. Many sacred teachings have been altered or concealed over time. Told y'all that. Pisces must develop discernment, learning to trust the inner knowing rather than external authorities. Because these people cannot be trusted. They're going to keep lying to us no matter what. They don't want us to know the truth. But God does. God sent knowledge and learning to the people. Ain't it funny? Because I be watching, not even now, but before, right? DJ Khaled kept saying the same thing. They don't want me to win, but God does. That nigga spoke his ass right into divine alignment. They don't want me to win, but God does. They don't want us to be great, but God does. Like, he kept saying it. Talked his ass right into the building. How the fuck is a nigga that don't rap, that don't sing, don't nothing, out here making fucking CD after CD after hit after hit? DJ Khaled does nothing. He brings the people together. He does something, but nothing. He the plug. He put this person together with this person to put together with this person, and then he get on the line. He said, we the greatest. This nigga literally magicked himself into the best situation ever by nobody want us to win, but God does. I put this person with this person with this person. Everybody rapping, singing, dancing, shucking and jiving. Meanwhile, this nigga done made $1,012,000. I don't know. But this nigga said we the greatest. That's all he done. We is the greatest though. So you see what I'm saying? When it's right, it's right. Divine alignment. They don't want me to win because they already know I don't do shit. But God does. They don't want us to win, but God does. He's not wrong. That shit is right. They're going to try to stand on our neck every way they can. But God wants us to win. God sent knowledge and learning to the people. They try to manipulate it. They lied about it. They try to cover it up. They try to manipulate everything that happens. Meanwhile, every time God shows himself to be God. Because something will happen that will fix the situation the way that it needs to be. Because I don't give a damn whether or not they want us to win or not. God does. Whether or not they want us to learn, whether or not they want us to grow, whether or not they want us to be great, God does. And it goes to show, when you're created in the image of, everybody will be running around here, I'm a God, this, that, and the third. Created in the image of, that makes you a God. Don't make you the God. But it gives you, the DNA and inheritance of your family. Because that's how it works. Your mother and your father created, you. So if created in the image of, speak your way into the kingdom, because it was already given to you. It's one of the keys. God does. So what does this mean for you? Knowledge is not memorization, it is experience. True wisdom is felt, not just spoken, because you gotta feel it in your soul. This nigga felt that shit in his soul. It manifested it into the real world. It was meant for him to do so. Like, look at his life. Shit, and mind you, I love the fact that this nigga didn't go outside of his, comfort zone to do this, that, or the third. He got a regular woman that would be by his side. He ain't decided he think that now all of a sudden I'm in position and now I should go. I don't know what he be doing, but so far what I've seen, he ain't out here trying to act like he's something that he not. He know he spoke his way into existence, into that situation. He kept to the family platform, the wife, the kids. I'm not going to try to go out here and act like, I'm going to go get baddies, east, this, that, and the third, and be out here fucking around and fuck up my life. This nigga knew how he manifested some shit and he stuck to the program. Now, could that change? Could be. I don't know. I ain't in his business. I don't know what he do on a, secretly on the side. But it's the same damn woman. Same regular ass woman. And beautiful on the inside and out. She gave him them kids and this, that, and the third. And they be minding their business. From what I seen. I'm going to just say what I seen. Okay? Period. But these other niggas out here, they'll get in position. All of a sudden, they go out and now I gotta fuck with this bitch, and now I gotta get this type of energy, this, that, and the third. And yeah, you're gonna do exactly what that does to you. So learning is unlearning. Many layers of illusions must be shed to see reality clearly. Because there's so much shit, and they'll say, oh, you live in a dream world, because you'll tell them some stuff that is, otherworldly. Meanwhile, guess what the reality of it is? It starts to be the otherworldly shit. Like, they've been out here trying to tell you, you live in a dream world, this, that, and the third. The aliens exist, this, that, and the third. Like, it's so much shit that's going on right now, but meanwhile, Pisces was the problem. We've been telling y'all for years. But, it's the dream world for me. Well, one thing I know about Pisces and the illusions and the dream world, do you know how you manifest something the fastest? A person who has an imagination is the best manifester ever. Because if you can imagine it, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. So even though they will tell you, I'm going to need you to come down here into the dream world. Why? My world's so much better. I could create mine. Like, I literally created fucking the best place. Like, if I go outside right now, all you're going to hear is birds chirping. It's going to be beautiful outside. Like, it's a whole other world around this bitch all on its own. The squirrel just walked by. Like, it could be deer right there at any given time. Like, it's magical around this bitch. I'm getting ready to add some more wind chimes, you know, here and there. So, because actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to just start to record my surroundings. Because y'all, it's magical around this bitch. I was sitting here yesterday, and as I was down on the ground, fucking putting that shit down there, I was listening to the birds chirping, and I was thinking, shit, somebody might would want to listen to this, because this shit is fucking amazing. But I appreciate the little things. So, you know, of course. So if I add a couple little more wind chimes to it, and then the birds are out here chirping, and it's just a sound, and then it's quiet. So if these motherfuckers that's fixing these roads just going to get real quick, yeah, I think y'all should want to listen to that. So I'm gonna put it on record, and then I'm gonna put it on my little my Spotify, and my big Spotify. Let me not say little, because I don't like little. Little be, you know, minimizing some shit. My shit huge, okay? Anyway, it's magical around this bitch. The divine speaks through silence. Not all wisdom comes in words. Some truths are revealed in stillness. I just told y'all I was sitting there quiet out here just fixing this little thing, listening to the birds. And then I realized everybody should want to hear this shit. And God said, and yes, they should. Because guess what? You don't work nowhere and you need some employment. Go ahead and record that shit and put that shit online, and let's see how much money you can make by it. See what I'm saying? It was pleasurable to me because then my neighbor came over and gave me a hug, and I love him. And so me and him was talking, and I was just telling him, he was like, I was looking for you because he seen I had all the shit outside, but he didn't see me. I was sitting here on the ground underneath the tree. Mind you, it's a bush. So I was literally sitting on the ground under the bush in the front yard. He didn't see me. And he came outside to get his food. So, and then I said hey to him after he was walking around to get the food. He said, I was looking for you. So he came over here to give me a hug. And so I was telling him, I said, you know, he said, yeah, I was looking for you because I know you normally be outside. I like being outside. But he is computer savvy. He's a tech guy. So he don't like being outside. He said, I said, because to me it's grounding. Like when I'm sitting, you know, outside in the sun, it's like recharging me. Like I feel the best when you know, I'm outside in nature, beautifying my yard or just getting some stuff together. And he was saying, yeah, no, not for him so much. He likes to be inside, this, that, and the third. Anyway, long story short, you know, we had that conversation, and everybody went to do what they was doing. But I realized, oh, and he told me, he said, I ain't gonna tell y'all that. Anyway, it was just funny. So, divine speaks through silence. Not all wisdom comes in words. Some truths are revealed in stillness. So Pisces is both a receiver and a giver of knowledge. You are not just meant to learn. You are meant to teach. Even if through your presence alone, your presence and your experience. Just sometimes I'll be online just telling y'all what I be doing. Sometimes I really just want to press play and let y'all just see, like, because y'all, if I take y'all to see this shit, y'all would be like amazed. This shit is fucked up. Mind you, this is what I choose to do with my time. But I'm sitting here and it's 1,000,006 rocks right here on my porch. But at some point in time today, I'm going to go and I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to make me some money, and then I'm going to take and go buy me another rollout thing for my yard. And then I'm going to come and I'm going to put that out there because I've been doing everything in between the time. So doing work stuff and then also doing what I need to do in between that, because I got to do everything because it's just me. But anyway, my front yard right now is like a beautiful disaster. But when it's done, it's just going to be beautiful. But if I open my front door right now, it's nothing but rocks right here. Like, and I mean, he said, how the fuck did you do that? I said, I blew them all out with the little blower. And now they on, and how you going to put them back? Blow them right back in there. Either way, what do y'all like to do? My point in all this is, what do you like to do that will get you a lot closer to listening, you know, the stillness, the quietness, connecting to earth, which is also connecting to divine. Hey, Isaac, welcome. Message deleted by Isaac. Isaac, why you delete Strength's message? Did you mean to do that? And are y'all having conversations that I can't see? Because literally, the last message that I saw is Strength's message, but it looked like Isaac deleted it. Isaac, why you delete his message? Hey, Isaac, welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it looked like you deleted Strength's message. The essence of this message is that divine knowledge is also always flowing, but only to those who are open to receiving it and willing to see beyond illusions will truly receive it. The call for Pisces is to trust the process, knowing that their role is to be a bridge between the divine and the earthly as a keeper of sacred truths and to guide for those and a guide for those still lost in the waves of illusions. Right? So, not at all. Thank you. Look, I would appreciate the super chat. Thank you. I'm cracking up. Y'all, my nose is definitely snotty. And Georgia is full of pollen right now. So this could be a real thing that's happening. You know, not just the fact that I'm sitting here, but most of the time, every time I come and sit here, my nose be snotty anyway. So remember when I asked y'all about the age of Aquarius, right? Could it have been corrupted? Because the age of Aquarius is enlightenment, right? This was going to be the time, and I told y'all, to me, it made me wonder if it was going to be like when the people started talking about the Antichrist, the person that was going to come along. It made me wonder if it was a spiritual connection between the age of Aquarius being Aaron up there, the age of Aquarius being brought in, right? And now people not so much believing in the box version of religion, but it is the spiritual version, right? So then it says how, you know, Pisces, the age of Pisces was supposed to be the end, but it brought in nothing but illusions, and they tried to hold on to that. They tried to hinder it, right? The movement, right? All right, so the shift into the age of Aquarius is a complex and debated topic, as astrological ages span roughly 2,160 years and transition gradually rather than suddenly. There are no universally agreed upon dates for when the age of Aquarius officially began, right? Some astrologers believe we're already in it. We're already in the age of Aquarius, just so you know. But I have heard people say we're coming into the age of Aquarius. We've been into the age of Aquarius for years now. But, you know, it's debatable. Some astrologers believe we are already in it, while others argue it is still centuries away. We're already in it. How many years has it been set back is what I wanted to know, because to me it seems like the age of Aquarius may have been trying to, you know, come on in when they was talking about the hippie version, because that seemed like when, you know, people was being connected to Earth and this, that, and the third. So it just made me wonder, right? If we assume that the age of Aquarius was expected to begin around 20th or the 21st century, some believe it's fully manifested and has been delayed due to the collective resistance, control systems, and karmic cycles that need resolution. The shift depends on global consciousness rather than a fixed date. The level of awakening and transformation required for Aquarius energy to fully anchor may take longer than anticipated. Some estimates suggested delays of several decades, even a few hundred years, depending upon humanity's collective evolution. They're trying to set us back even right now. It's already started. So this is where I keep saying they're trying to rewind the clock, rewind the time. So now let me introduce you back into slavery days. We're not going. Spiritually, we're not going. Collectively, we're not going. Physically, we're not going. Mentally, we're not going. We're not going. It's a no. So why is it so important for them to keep us, rescending instead of us sending? Like, we trying to go forward. Evolution is a real thing. We don't got time for that. So you trying to set us back. Meanwhile, we done already done this multiple times. But we got this man or these people trying to set back the hands of time. So was the awakening happening during the hippie era? Yes. In 1960s and 1970s, particularly during the hippie movement, were considered a significant preview or early wave of the age of Aquarius. This era brought themes aligned with Aquarian energy: rejection of societal norms, free love, nonconformity, anti-war movements. Bush. I told y'all earlier. Because why did he pop up? So, if in fact they would have tried to set us back, then, you know, start talking that fucking segregation shit and all that shit they talking about now, it wouldn't have been able to fly. But, you know, it probably would have been a little bit easier back then. But what ended up happening is they started talking about a war on, you know, the candy, the, or gardening or things of that nature, and then they started to flood the streets because remember yesterday we started talking about the war on drugs. Why? It had nothing to do with nothing. They hated the hippie era because it promoted spiritual awakening and love. Exactly, the age of Aquarius. And so they try to set it back, and then they try to basically, you know, get everybody to go back into, you know, suits and this, that, and third. So they actually did set the movement back a little bit. But it was still clear and evident that it had already started to take place. So rejection of social norms, societal norms, free love, nonconformity, anti-war movements, spiritual expansion, Eastern philosophy, psychedelics, consciousness, exploration. Does it remind you of anything happening right now? All of a sudden, I don't know, even if you've seen on online where people are now, it's like, you know, mushrooms and things of that nature are very much back popular and all of that other stuff. So y'all do see that they were successful and kind of a little bit hindering the time. Do y'all want to let them do that again? Because they're doing it intentionally. Community and equality, communes, civil rights, feminism, technological advancement, space race, digital beginnings. So however, this awakening was not sustained on a mass scale. How do we make sure that this time it flows through? And what they're doing is, even if they know they can't set us back, the fact that they're even wasting our time. This right here is a waste of our time. It's look at this, so then forward movement and progression can't go on because now you're in trauma of this bullshit. They're trying to do it again. However, the awakening was not sustained on a mass scale. Many aspects were co-opted, suppressed, or diluted through political shifts, the same exact thing. Corporate influence, same exact thing. Distractions, same exact thing that they're doing now. It's the same playbook. Same playbook. The ideas of the hippie era planted seeds, but the full realization of the age of Aquarius remains an ongoing process. They're trying to stop the next evolution of you regaining your power. It is the same playbook. They already did it before. I told y'all about the dream I had. Them big head ass kids that was standing outside of Earth, looking over on Earth. They said they're doing it again. They trying to put you back to sleep again. Suppressing the information again. How are we going to make sure that that don't happen? So, where are we now? Many believe we are in a transition phase, a twilight between Pisces and Aquarius. Old Piscean structures, hierarchy, deception, control are breaking down, but the new Aquarian paradigm, truth, technology, freedom, collective consciousness is still being built. This is why there is chaos. Both energies are clashing. So the real answer can be given based on astrology, history, esoteric knowledge. The transition between ages is not fixed, even but a gradual process influenced by both cosmic cycles, and human consciousness. The idea of the age of Aquarius has been set back depends on perspective. If you view times as linear, then yes, delays have occurred due to resistance, manipulation, and collective unreadiness. We already entered. We already here. We already accept. All right. So what they talking about, we don't accept that. They are not authorized to set back the hands of time. They're not authorized. Don't even touch the clock. Don't put your little grubby ass hands up, you know, with your little dirty ass fingers. Don't do nothing. It gave me kick in the door waving. It's Biggie Smalls around this bitch. All right. However, from higher perspectives, everything unfolds in perfect timing. What seems like a setback may actually be a part of a necessary purification process before the new age can fully manifest. The hippie era was an awakening, but not the full Aquarian age, rather a glimpse or a test phase. Many of these ideas were genuine, yet they were also infiltrated, commodified, and distorted. True awakening is deeper than any one cultural movement. It is a foundational shift in consciousness that unfolds over centuries. So the real answer is the age of Aquarius is not late. Humanity is right on time, but the process is more challenging and complex than many expected. The transition is happening now, but it is up to individuals to embody the change rather than to wait for a sudden external event. Do y'all embody the change? It seems like a lot of us haven't already embodied the change. So, Bush, remember I said, how did that happen? Because I wrote that down. Bush, A Wrinkle in Time, 219. We going to get this out of the way, right? The Bush, the old president, the age of Aquarius. If we consider George H.W. Bush, the old president, 41, U.S. president, in relation to this shift, he represents the old world order, a structure deeply tied to Piscean age energy, secrecy, power, behind the scenes, and hierarchical control. He was a key figure in shaping global politics, involved in intelligence, CIA director, Gulf War, and the push for New World Order, a phase he is famously used in 1991. This connects to the idea of the age of Aquarius has been delayed. Those in power during Bush's era played a role in maintaining the old systems of deception, authority, and control, preventing a full shift into Aquarian ideas like transparency, decentralization, and collective empowerment. A Wrinkle in Time and the Age of Aquarius. A Wrinkle in Time, a novel by Madeleine Engel, is about a time traveler, higher dimensions, and a battle between light and darkness. It introduces the concept of the tesseract, a way of bending space and time, which aligns with the idea that time is not fixed, meaning the shift into Age of Aquarius is not necessarily delayed but unfolding in a non-linear way. The novel also explores the control, thought, and free will. Themes eerily parallel to global events in the Bush era and beyond, where mass media, war narratives, and societal programming, good morning, son, shape collective consciousness. The antagonist, or IT, is a dark force that enforces conformity, much like the institutions that resist Aquarian ideas. The date 219, a hidden message. The meaning of 219 depends on interpretation. Biblical connotation. Ephesians 2:19 says, "You are no longer strangers and aliens, but fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God." This could symbolize the Aquarian shift where humanity moves away from division and control into unity and collective enlightenment. So again, you are no longer strangers strangers and aliens, but fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God. You are no longer strangers and aliens. Aliens being foreign. So we got the aliens that they talk about in the sky, but we also are talking about the aliens when they talking about different religions, different races, different cultures of people, because they trying to separate the aliens. All right, so you are no longer strangers and aliens. So you know the people that they keep trying to send back to their different countries, this, that, and the third, but fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God. That tells me that's protection. This could symbolize the Aquarian shift where humanity moves away from division and control into unity and collective enlightenment. Because if they separate the aliens, they're trying to separate the people to send them back. Those are your allies. Remember, together we stand, divided we fall. If you allow them to get rid of some of the people, that's a little a lack of numbers that we don't have when the shit really hits the fan. So they trying to weed out the numbers of the people, because when it's only a little bit of people, then, you know, they can kind of do what they need to do to round up this, then, the third. But it's like weeding out the numbers. So if you have, because y'all, I hope y'all realize this man is building a secret little, you know, racist. That's why he's letting these people out of prison, because they're definitely going to do what he says without nobody, you know, saying nothing about it. They're picking up people. How the fuck do you run up on a lady with a ski mask on, and you are official, I want to say a civil official, but you are a law official with a ski mask on. You don't identify yourself, but meanwhile you're picking people up off the streets. That's not allowed. That shouldn't even be allowed by anybody that's around. And y'all see some stuff like this going down. Like, we gonna have to figure this out, because ain't no way a woman should have just got ran up on and taken off the street. That could be kidnapping. So he's setting a precedence right now for, they might have been law officials, but what if now people just start trying to kidnap people off the road, and they're saying, oh no, it's an ICE official, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, they never had an identification, and a person is just missing. That could have just been a random ass kidnapping. So somehow we got to figure this out, because that don't make no sense. How are you allowing people to run up on somebody with a ski mask on, with your shiesty mask on? Because to me, in my mind, if that lady had to use her, you know, something got to give, because some shit is happening and it should not be happening that way. So there's that. Numerology. So biblical connection, Ephesians 2:19 says, you are no longer strangers and aliens, but fellow citizens with the saints and members of the household of God. This could symbolize the Aquarian shift where humanity moves away from division and control into unity and collective enlightenment. Numerology. 2 represents duality, balance, and choice. 19 reduces to 1. Excuse me. 2 plus 1 plus 9 equals 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3, which is the number of creation and divine knowledge. This could signal a choice between staying in the old paradigm or stepping into the new frequency of Aquarius. February 19 to 19, this is the cusp of Pisces and Aquarius, reinforcing the transition between ages. It is also close to Bush's senior's birthday, June 12th, 1924, which may hint to the symbolic role in maintaining Piscean structure during this shift. What this means altogether: the old Piscean world represents Bush and his heir worked to maintain control, delaying the full realization of the Aquarius. However, a wrinkle in time reminds us that time is not linear. The shift is still happening, even if it appears to be set back. 219 is a signal where we are at the threshold. So, you know, on the line, on the cusp, transitioning into the battle between illusion and truth, control and freedom, past and future. The real message: the age of Aquarius is not lost, just obscured. Forces of the old world tried to delay it, but time bends and the awakening is inevitable. Time is not fixed. The shift is not about waiting. It is about consciously stepping into the new paradigm. Discernment is key. Like a wrinkle in time, we must recognize where we are. We must recognize where we are being manipulated and choose our own truth. The wrinkle in time is the delay, but also the shortcut. I like that. The wrinkle in time is the delay, but also the shortcut. Those who understand how to shift their consciousness don't have to wait for the age of Aquarius to be declared. They can live in it now. And period. I like that. Hey, DeMarco. All right. So now add the current administration to this. And then we're going to get out of here because for some reason it made me interested in wanting to know. DeMarco, how's your day going? Integrating the current administration into the context of the age of Aquarius offers nuanced perspective on ongoing transition from traditional power structure to more collective and innovative societal framework. Current administration influences as of March 28, 2025, the United States is under the leadership of President Donald Trump. Marking his second term in office, the administration has undertaken several actions that reflect a reinforcement of established hierarchies and centralized authority. Federal workforce policies and executive order mandates that all federal employees to return to in-office work or resign by February 6, offering a buyout of 7-month salary. This move underscores a preference for traditional workplace structures over the flexible, decentralized models that have gained prominence. Healthcare regulations. The administration has implemented policies restricting gender affirming care for minors and halting medical and Medicare funding for such treatments. These actions indicate a return to conventional values and a consolidation of control over healthcare practices. Alignment with Piscean and Aquarian energies. The age of Pisces characterized by hierarchical system, centralized power, and adherence to traditional norms appears to be echoed in the current administration's policies. In contrast, the age of Aquarius emphasizes decentralization, innovation, equality, and collective consciousness. The administration's focus on reinforcing traditional structures may be seen as a resistance to the emergent Aquarian ideas of inclusivity and progressive change. So trying to set us back. Within the last 3 years, I know of 7 wrinkles in time. I was there, period. Me too. Societal implications. This period, okay, so it said your daily roundup. And we was just talking about the aliens, okay? So the daily roundup. Societal implications, this period of government, and so that also leads to when they start to try to just round people up and start to put people in different places. This is why the election in Florida is so important. This is why the elections coming up is so important, because we need to gain some of them seats back because these people have lost their damn mind. It too has a lot to do with blood siphoning and organ harvesting in the name of science. Man, you ain't lying. We definitely probably gonna have to talk about that for real, because that's how so many people coming up missing, and this, that, and the third. It's a real thing. This period of governance highlights the tension between maintaining established systems and embracing transformative societal shifts. While the administration's actions reflect Piscean tendencies, there is a growing undercurrent of Aquarian energy manifesting through technological advancements, grassroots movements, and collective push towards egalitarian. It's another one of them words that is, if you say it in one language, it says something else. And if you say it in another language, it says something else, because it did that thing again. Relating to or believing in a principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities. So grassroots movements and a collective push towards egalitarian principles. So now they trying to act like people are not the same. The language could not be automatically detected. Select the language to translate from. See what I'm saying? English, Indonesian, it's one of them words. Indonesian, Spanish, Arabic, Chinese, Dutch, English, French, German, Hindi, Italian, Japanese, translating the words. Then right after, the hospital started having lungs and so whatever that word is, again, another word that you got to say it in that language, because once the spell gets cast, there it is. Principles. But everybody's not created equal is what they're trying to say. This dynamic suggests that despite intuitional resistance or institutional, but your intuition is important because that's the word that I saw, but it's institutional resistance. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Institutional resistance, the momentum towards the age of Aquarius continues to build, driven by societal demand for innovation and equality. So inadvertently, they don't realize what they're doing. They're pushing us more into the Aquarius age anyway because of the fact that they're doing what they're doing. So the current administration's policies represent a reinforcement of Piscean era structures. Didn't I tell y'all they trying to set us back? But we already see they trying to set us back because they trying to set us back into slavery. How many fucking years ago was that? He trying to set us back over 100 or 200 years, 300 years. Like, nigga, please, ain't nobody doing that. We are not the same. Look, we are our ancestors, but we is not going to just take this laying down. And they didn't take it laying down either, so I don't even want to say it like that because them people was afraid to go to sleep around us. So either way, it's even, I'm going to just say it like this. Even the white people understand that that is not, because they even are having the same exact thing. It's a lot more, and I'm going to just say that based off of what I've been seeing, that they have been riding hard for us as well. But, or I don't even want to say for us, because technically we all in this shit together. And what they fail to realize is some of them don't qualify either. But then we also have to remember that the integration of, black and white and just the, cultures all together, like these people, it's a lot of mixed up. Like a lot of mixed children, a lot of biracial, stuff happening. And they not letting that happen to their children. Because little do they know that if they let it happen on one aspect to the solid, the 100%, melanin folks, pretty soon you gonna be gone too. Because they don't like the fact that you even did that. So they better realize that it's us and them. Take it how it resonates for you. The current administration's policies represent a reinforcement of Piscean area structure, emphasizing traditional hierarchies and centralized control. However, the broader societal shift towards Aquarian values persists, indicating an ongoing transition marked by tension between old and new paradigms. This interplay underscores the complexity of societal evolution as we navigate the cusp between two astrological ages, which would be the reason why 219 is important, because I'm a cusp baby. Age of Aquarius and Pisces happening at the same time. So the shift in between. Either way, God sent knowledge and learning to the people. The people, other people, the people who think that they should have been in control of it, or the people that think that it was only sent but to them, because they are either entitled or they feel special or they feel like it should only be coveted by a few. That's not the case, and it needs to be adjusted. It's going to be adjusted. I know the history, period. I'm from Louisiana and Mississippi, and I listen to all of the great grandma stories and great granddaddy stories. So, yeah. God sent knowledge and learning to the people. It's time for us to, act like we want to accept it. But accept it in a way where take whatever they gave, the history of it with a grain of salt. Because literally, these people have been corrupting for a long period of time. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm over it. So there's that. Thank y'all for coming to the channel. Hopefully it helped. And sorry that I didn't get Twitch or TikTok up this morning, but maybe it was a private meeting. Maybe that might be the thing. We read the universe, so maybe it was private, because it is a lot of that happening right now. Those who are meant to see it will see it, and sometimes you got to go look for the information. So that could be another thing where that was confirmation. If it's really meant for you to be involved in it, then it'll show up on your timeline. I can definitely say that. So I love y'all and see y'all later. Let me go and get my mess together. Go with God.